Hello everyone, Corn here. Welcome to my channel. We're in the craft room again. When I work on a project, I like to bring y'all along with me. This one's going to take a while, so I think y'all are going to be along for a few weeks. This is for a baby. As a lot of you know, if you know me, you know Midge from Midge's Mountain Crafts. And you also know her daughter, Sarah, who is Sarah's Mountain Art. And Sarah and her husband are having a baby, and this is their first. And Sarah's favorite animal on earth is a giraffe. And so I did not know at this time the sex of the baby, but I thought this was going to be perfect. So a pink giraffe, and look at the pink elephant and the balloon welcome baby. I just thought these puffy stickers were adorable. But they're having a boy, yay, which is exciting. And but I didn't know that. So I wrote Midge and I said, Midge, honey, I know that Sarah's husband is adorable because I've seen him on her channel. And they did a song together, and just super, super cute dude. And, but you know, sometimes with men, sometimes they don't want for their sons certain colors or certain things. So because I was raised with a lot of men who would say, don't want pink around my son, I don't want, you know, that kind of thing. So I asked Midge, is he okay with, you know, excuse me, certain colors and certain things don't have to be with certain genders? And she said, oh, no, he's not like that at all. So I said, oh, thank God. And many, many young people today aren't. That's going by the wayside. But remember, I'm older, and I was with a lot of guys who were the opposite of that. So I'm so glad that change has been made. So thankful. And so I do have some pinks and peaches and blues and greens and all different colors. As you all know, oh boy, let me see. Let me try to get this out. I got from Mente, which I think is from Poland. I think they're the ones that do this paper. I got this for the giraffe especially. And love it that it has the bear, the teddy bears. Love it that it has the hands. And yes, I had to fussy cut all of this out of a 12 by 12 piece of paper, but worth it. I think the artwork is gorgeous. It's called Tiny Miracles, and I got it at the rubberbuggy.com. Love them. They are so cool. Look at the bunny, y'all. You know, I just love that bunny. I love the bottle even. There's I've fussy cut half out. I think a little more than half, and the other half is just waiting to be done. And so I've made a few things, and in fact, I made one cover before. Didn't like the way the colors were working. I love the colors together, but I wasn't happy. So this is what the cover is ending up looking like now. This is a fabric binding here. And I'm doing something, I'll give her credit when I do my project share because I don't have her name up here. I'm not that familiar with her channel, but this is very different from me, this journal. It's very different from what I'm used to. I can show you, I've already done this envelope. This page is already done. And yes, I did draw this to match this the clouds in the background. I did draw that one. Did a little pocket here and a little tag inside. It's going to be like swans and rabbits and foxes and bears and elephants and giraffes and, you know. So some forest critters and some critters that are anything but forest critters. And, you know, just pages like this. Some of my tea-dyed pages with the, if you can see the doily that was sitting on top of them. Like I said, we've got solids, then we've got swans, and we've got more solids. We've got numbers. And if you're asking yourself, Corn, I wonder if Corn's excited about doing something for a baby. Yes, very. And some of these are papers, just papers that I got, you know, for the off and on for the past couple of years. And some of it is cardstock. The papers are rounded edges, and then the cardstock is, I've punched the edges on them, like, for example, this one. So, but anyway, I'll go through all of this with y'all at another time. But I thought today, and I did do some tags already. And you know how I like to put little goodies in so that they can just write, not just journaling cards, but they can write in them. And this one has the little squirrels in the corner there that I stenciled on, and you know, stuff like that. So I was watching Shabby Dabby Doodah. I think it's Tina. I think it's her name. I love her channel. It's super cool. She gave credit to somebody else. Working with paper clips to put in your journal that have little pockets. Now, their pockets, let's see. I went ahead and did this much with them because you know me, it takes me forever to do craft. And so yeah, this is cardstock, but I don't think it's very, this is better cardstock than that one. But that's what they did. You know, you measure your paper clip, then you pull this over, you know, you thread it through, glue this down, which I thought we'd do together, and then, well, there's several ways you can do it, and then you can go ahead and put your pocket here. And then for me, I went ahead and punched out a 1-inch circle, and then I drew the, you know how you tie your string around your balloon, and then like they have, and that has that little end of the balloon. I cut that out, and then my string is going to come off of there. And then for this one, it is a swan paper clip, and I was hoping to make this work. And this is tiny, as you see. It is like 1.25 inches. Then yes, I fussy cut this swan out, and all I'm going to do with this is just make a little tuck spot here so that we can put in, this is just an example. I went and found the tiny tags I'd gotten 2 years ago. You know, you can put those in, that type of situation, hanging from your paper clip. Okay, so I thought we'd do those together today. And then, oh, and then my final one, this is 1 inch, y'all. It's tiny, but the colors are perfect. They were, Tina was working with mostly this size, but all the ones I have in this size are pink, and I wanted to bring in the other colors too. So let's get going on those. And I pulled these two because they go with the, you know, with the colors I'm working with, but I don't know how many teeny tiny ones I'm going to be doing. I like this size better. I might get on Amazon and see if I can find some different colors. I've got, there for me, when I was looking through my paper clips, they're either huge or tiny, except for the pink ones in this. I was like, even a white one or something. So let's get started. First off, let's go with our smallest. And again, what you would do is just measure here. Tina didn't even do that. I did it with my ruler. But Tina just put her paper up, and she's really good at guessing. No, she is. She's fantastic at that. And just cut it, and that was it. I went ahead and measured. And so, like I said, all you need to do is feed it through there, and then go ahead and glue that down. And I'm working with art glitter glue for now. That's all you gotta do. And even though art glitter glue catches that quickly, I'm just gonna hold that down for just a little bit. Just a little bit. Okay. And you can ink up your edges, and a lot of times when I'm inking up my edges for this project, I've been working with Distress Oxide, Tim Holtz's Broken China, but I need to keep it very, very light, as you can imagine. And so I went ahead and fussy cut this swan out of this paper and already glued it on there, like I said, to save us some time. And then I took my Fisker's scallop punch and did the punch already of a paper that I got from Tuesday Morning a long time ago. Remember how we could get a pad of cards? Do you know what I mean? They already were scored in the middle, and it was just solid pieces of cardstock. Well, that's where that came from. So, what I'm going to do with this little baby is just do half of the, just glue half of the scallops. And then place that down here. So that it's really, instead of a pocket, it's a tuck spot on your paper clip. I'm going to go ahead and close this up again because the heat, as you can imagine, is doing fun things with the glue. And so I had found some teeny tiny little tags that I've had for like 2.5 years, and I found those, and I went ahead and this white one, and with the broken china, just inked around it so that, see, probably we'll put like a little, maybe if I can find the tiniest of ribbons there, maybe not, maybe some baker's twine. But see, there's your paper clip. At the same time, you have a tuck spot on it, and you can put tiny things in it. There's also one of these in gold. We can punch that hole out though. There we go. And we can put behind the white one, you know, so that you have a little tuck spot there. And you are going to laugh. I was thinking, you know, how fun would it be? I don't know if you all given your children lots of nicknames, but I have quite a few. And how cute would it be to, like, if grandma gave the baby boy a certain nickname, and great grandma gave another one, and stuff, to put nicknames on here, because sometimes they're used throughout your life and sometimes they're gone. But that's the way my mind think was, ooh, nicknames on here or something. Like, I don't know, I'm not sure, but I thought that might be fun. So we've already got one done, and then here's the swan one. And yes, I did have to make sure that it worked. Here's the paper that I fussy cut this little swan out of, and I did make sure, let's see, that's how that will look on a piece of paper. And so we'll go ahead and glue this one down. This one I might, because it's so close to the clip itself, the wire itself, I might use Fabri-Tac on this one because we're awfully close to metal. And that's my reasoning behind this one. Okay. And I put too much. Let's squish it out the sides. Okay. I am going to hold on to that for a second. So if you all have a chance and you're still with me, why don't you in the comments below, if you want to, tell me what you guys are working on. Are you working on a baby journal yourself? Are you working on something, a junk journal, a tag flip, embellishment box, embellishment book? For my fine artists that are here, are you drawing? Are you painting? Are you, what you up to, if you've got a chance? Okay. So while that's drying, let's go ahead and put this little swan on. I see on her head I got a little bit jagged edge there. I know it's just a fraction of a fraction of a fraction, but I'm persnickety that way. I think a lot of people are. I don't think everybody is, but I am. Okay. So we're going to put our swan on our, this is a 1-inch circle punch that our swan is on. Okay. And then again, we're going to go halfway around. Let me see. And then again, we're actually, instead of creating a pocket, we're creating a little tuck spot. I don't do a lot of altered paper clips, but they're fun, aren't they? I'm learning that. Got a little bit of glue on there. And then, like I said, with your tags, you put a little tag in there, a little mini tag. There you go. And or other goodies too, or some ephemera, some small tiny ephemera that she, that the recipient, Sarah, for me, wouldn't mind using, you know, later for themselves. That would be cool. Yeah, my glue, when I leave it out for any, with this heat, if I leave it out for any length of time, it wants to clog up on me. So for this one, let's do, before we glue that down, let's go ahead and ink around the edges just a little bit. This doesn't have a whole lot of ink on it, and I do that on purpose because I want it to be light. This is one of the makeup brushes from Dollar Tree that a lot of us use, especially if we're working with different color inks, and we're able to get, I don't know how many is in that package, but quite a few for $1. I really don't have to do this down here because it's not going to be seen. I'm going to do it anyway. There, just a little bit of color around there, just a little. So again, just feed it through there. And get out your glue. Do art glitter. I don't know if you guys can see that, but it's just, you know, making sure your edges line up and that this stays on that paper clip. Stay on there, you. And then, oh man, see? I can't even get the pin down it if I leave it. You saw that? It was just for a minute. Oh well. So, now, let's take that off. So like I said, this is what, mostly what Tina was doing. I love the name of her channel, Shabby Dabby Doodle. And you can line it up perfectly or close. I'm going to go ahead and do a little punch right here so that she can take things out easier. I wonder if I should do this a smaller one. I think a smaller one is best. And I have, this one is a 3/4. And I think that might be better. Whee! Okay. So we're going to end up looking like so. Okay. It is so much fun to work with paper. It's so sweet, you know? Just super sweet. So what I'm going to do, there's my balloon, is go ahead and try to line this up on my grid here so that I'll know where to put this so that I'll get kind of in there, and then I'll just trim around the back of it. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and do it this way. I was going to go this way, but knowing me, I'll mess up something and that makes me mad. It makes me mad at me. Let me see how we're doing here. I did a very good job of getting glue all over my table. I was very successful in that. This gives a whole new meaning to put, just the saying, put a pin in it. Let me try to clean that up. There we go. Okay. Alrighty. So that should that should stick down pretty nicely, I hope. Then I'm going to go ahead and trim it. Oh, that glue is very heavy. Okay. Clean off my scissors a little bit too. Although I love these scissors, the glue won't stick. Okay. So there's our pocket on our paper clip. Now you can go ahead now, if you would like, and go ahead and round your edges if you'd like. But I think with this one I'm going to stick to that. And what I'm thinking of doing, as you saw, I was using this thread, Hobby Lobby, year and a half ago, put on sale for, in the embroidery section for 19 cents a skein. So that's why I got that. And this is also what I use when you saw the little bow on this. I wanted to gather it and put it behind like I usually do my gold threads and silver thread stuff, but it just too bulky. You try not to get too bulky here, you know. I'm wondering, do I need to do the darker, because this is variegated, I'm wondering, do I need to do the darker thread, or should I go with the lighter one? Well, the lighter one, I think, I think so. I think the darker section, here's what I already had cut off. Yeah, I think that's going to be better. Oh, y'all should see this desk. Oh, my word. It looks terrible. And I actually want it to hang off like the balloon is floating. And so oh, I see. Since I cut too much of that off, I'll have to trim it. I am going to put a knot on the very bottom because it will fray, because it's just several threads, you know, intertwined, so it will fray. I might put this up on a little bit of foam too, but not my thick foam, a thinner foam from Dollar General, so that the balloon looks like it is floating a little, and so it would be better with the twine as well, or the floss as well. Let's go ahead and cut this, save that. I need to put this on my balloon though. I'm wondering, should I don't think this is going to show up. This is the sponge sugar. I think it's basically the same color. I don't think that's going to show up. Let me see. I've got, is this going to do it? Yeah. Let's give a little bit of dimension to the balloon. Yeah, better. Okay. And I think that's worn lipstick, if I'm not mistaken. And then what I'm going to do here is go ahead and put some Fabri-Tac on the back. Oh my, Fabri-Tac on the back. Woo. I'm just trying to be a poet here today. And that's just to tell myself, there, that's them, you know. Stay you. That needs to dry a little bit. One thing I always do when I draw my balloons is I put like a little white portion of a semicircle, is I guess the way to put it, to show where the light's hitting it. I wonder how I would accomplish that. Not sure. Okay, I do need to put this here. That's going to be awfully tricky, but let's see what we can do. Sometimes I wonder why I work with things that are so tiny, and the truth of the matter is I think I do it because my eyesight is so bad, and I don't know, you know, how long I will be able to keep doing this. And see, that gives it that little tie on it, you know, where you tie the balloon. And I think that's why I do this, I think. When I can't sleep at night. No, I'm just kidding. I ask myself, why? No. But I think that's part of it. Okay. So, and then if that hangs off of it, I'll trim it a little bit. But if it hangs off of it, that's kind of fun. But theirs are all going straight up and down, aren't they? Would it be fun, though, to have it off center? You know, because being in the center, I don't know about that. And I could also, maybe after I turn the camera off, I can also maybe do another one coming up here. You know, I might do that. I'm trying to figure out where I want it. Uh-oh. I gotta close up this glue, y'all. Silly glue. I have to keep putting the pin in it and then taking the glue off. Let's see here. Let's do this. This is what I was telling you all about. It's Crafter's Closet by Art Skills. It's thinner than a lot of other foam, and I use it when I don't want a lot of bulk, but I want it to stand out. And like I said, Dollar General has that. Don't get too close to the edge. Oops, I hope I'm in frame. Well, took off more than I needed. Bit off more than I could chew. There. Just a little something because you've got that string behind it, or floss behind it. Okay. So now I go ahead and do this just to make sure we're down nice and pretty. And then, oops, no fingernails. I have terrible nails. And I thank God I've got nails, but they're not pretty. And sometimes I go ahead and, oftentimes I go ahead and just put a few little dots down on it just to make sure everything stays where it's supposed to be staying. you know. Okay. And we said off center. Okay. See, it comes up, but it doesn't come way up, see? And I think I'll go ahead and tie the knot this far up and then cut it off. If you want it to fray, then don't tie the knot. And in some ways, I like certain ones, you know, to fray. But other ones I'm like, no, don't want it. So, and then there's another one with your little pocket. And then, let's see, what can we put in it? I've got one of my tags here. It's too tall, but I mean, see, I think we've got to even go smaller than that. Well, yeah, that can go, but it's too tall. So, and then put, I can make a few tags to go in there. And let's do one more thing, though, to make sure that that has a little highlight. Let me see, y'all. I have a white pan, but I don't think that's going to do it. Let me see. What about this one? No, not that one. How about that one? No. What does this say? Shake with the cap on. Then test on writing paper. Okay, guys. Let's see if this does it. I'll use it on a scrap first. So I don't go, no, I just ruined it. I've done that. Unfortunate. Ooh, sorry. I got loud there. I know if you've got on earbuds, it's not fun. Okay. And it said push down. Okay. So, I don't know if I'm loving it or not. Let's give it a shot, though. See what I mean? That little highlight thingy. In case you're wondering, this is a medium tip artisan. It's by Hobby Lobby. And it's permanent and opaque, and it is water-based acrylic paint. So that was fun to use. Again, I would highly recommend, if you're going to do anything with anything on paper, to do it on a scrap piece of paper first, you know, to make sure that you like it. So here's our little a pocket with, look, I'm sorry for this mess, but when I'm on the project, this is what it looks like. I'm not going to sugarcoat it, and every time before I get on a camera, show a beautiful, pristine, yeah, desk, because it's not. My desk only stays that way for like a day, and Handsome's shocked when he sees it like that. So we've got a pocket, and then we have two little tuck spots on our paper clips to be added into a baby journal. And I want to thank you all so much for joining me today, and I hope you have a wonderful morning, afternoon, or evening. Bye-bye, everybody. Thanks for coming along and visiting. Bye-bye.